Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello, lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure that notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. Now for today's video, I have a super exciting one because I am going to be doing number 1 of 3 Revolution and Game of Thrones reviews. I am so excited for this collection. When I saw Revolution hint that they were going to do this, I literally died. I love Game of Thrones so much. Not the ending, as every Game of Thrones fan will tell you, but I love the series so much. So this collection makes me so happy. I'm watching House of the Dragon at the minute, of course. If you're watching it as well, let me know down below. But I'm literally so excited. I love Game of Thrones, and honestly I wanted to buy the whole collection, but I feel like I did buy enough, and I'm gonna generate that into 3 separate reviews over the next 3 days. So I'm gonna be uploading one today, one tomorrow, and one on Sunday. So if you want to see review number 1 out of 3, then please keep watching. So if you want to see every single item that's in the collection, then go ahead over to Lou Stevenson's channel, because she did a massive reveal on the entire collection. But the items that I specifically got were the 3 Forever Flawless palettes in the collection. We've got the Mother of Dragons, we've got Winter is Coming, and we've got Three-Eyed Raven. I just dropped it, brilliant. I also picked up the Shadow Bomb set. There's 3 liquid shadows in here. And then of course I bought all 4 of the matte bombs. They're all like liquid lipsticks. We've got a black one, a nudie one, a purple one, and a red as well. So we're going to be using these as well as the shadow bombs and the palette each day for the next 3 days. So in my Patreon group, I did actually put a poll in there and asked what palette review you would like to see first, and the Mother of Dragons palette did win. So that's the one we're going to be reviewing today. So the packaging for the Mother of Dragons palette looks like this. How amazing does that look? And then this is the colour story of the palette. As you can see, we've got some warm tones in there, and we've also got some deeper browns as well for some more depth, which is great to see. This retails for £12, just like all the other Forever Flawless palettes, and I have seen all of your comments everywhere basically saying that this looks exactly like the Fire palette that Revolution released maybe 3 years ago, 2-3 years ago. And I wanted to do a comparison. I've got the Fire palette here with me. I did actually upload a tutorial with this Fire palette, yeah, a good couple of years ago, maybe a little bit more than that. But I did want to show you them side by side. But as for the Mother of Dragons palette, this has so many mattes in it, and it makes my heart so happy. We're also going to use the gold shadow bomb, I think, to go with this palette. I feel like the warm goes with the warmness of this. Fire is this one with the mirror, and Mother of Dragons is on the right. As you can see, you know, there are obviously going to be some similarities between these 2 palettes. They are both, you know, fire themed, so it doesn't surprise me that the colour stories are very similar. I will say the Fire palette does have more purpley tones in it than Mother of Dragons, and of course this has more mattes than the Fire palette. The Mother of Dragons is definitely more on the smoky side, as opposed to like the warm purpliness that you get throughout this palette. I also feel like in the Fire palette there are a few orange tones, whereas in Mother and Dragons there is literally only one orange. So, you know, yes, they do look extremely similar, but looking at them both in front of me, there are definitely some differences. I've got both of them. Of course, if you feel like they're too similar, then don't buy Mother of Dragons, but I am going to review this palette anyway so we can test out the formula. That Fire palette obviously come out a couple of years ago, so the formula I'm hoping is much better in this palette than it is Fire. Okay, now I've showed you the palette and compared it to Fire, let's show you the swatches and then we can get on into the eye look. Okay, so I've just primed my eyes with the Revolution Super Base, which, by the way, I was just saying to Luce earlier today, this is a really underrated eye base. It is so, so good. I think I'm going to start off with the deep shades and then like blend out with the brights. So firstly, I'm going to take the shade Castle here. If it's not deep enough by the end, I'll obviously deepen it up with another shade. I'm just going to add this to my outer corner like this. Yeah, I literally wish I could have the entire collection of this, but there was quite a lot to it, and oh my god, the sponge with the iron foam, cannot cope. I literally need that in my life. Now let's take a deep sort of red. So I think next I'm going to take the shade Blood, which is this one here, and I'm going to pop this like at the top of the brown and bring it in to my like front of the lid. Next I'm going to take the shade House Blackfriar, which is this kind of like deep reddy toned brown, because I feel like I need a bit of a blend between these two shades here. Perfect, that looks good. That looks a lot better. Okay, right, next I think we're gonna try and take the orange in the palette, which is called Rebellious, this one here. And I'm gonna blend that, you know, just above that red shade. Okay, I have built that up in a few layers and that definitely looks a lot better than when I first applied it. I thought that was going to be super pale then. And then to finish off the blend, I'm going to take Persistence, which is the bright yellow in the palette. I'm going to take this on a thin brush, I think, like this, just so I can be a little bit more precise. Okay, so I've just done some blending there so it all looks a lot more seamless, and now it's time to test out one of the shimmers. I am going to go on top with one of these little shadow things, but I obviously do want a base for that. So I think I'm going to go in with Dragonfire, which is this shade here. Please be good, please be good. A lot of pressure is riding on these shimmers. Oh yeah. So worried with these Forever Flawless palettes. Like the Clueless ones were, you know, defo not what I know Revolution can do in terms of their Forever Flawless palettes. Oh, I am going to do a little bit of blending just into that darker sort of outer bit. So I'm going to have to take the shade Iron Throne. Do you know what I mean? So it's this shimmer here. It's a very like dark brown sort of shimmer, but I just need a little something. Okay, so this is the set. It comes with 3 shadow bombs. It's £15, which I did think was a little steep. I thought maybe 10 or 12, but I know it's a collab, I don't know. I just thought £15 was quite expensive. And inside you get a black liquid shadow, a silver liquid shadow, and a gold. When I watched Lucy's reveal, I didn't realise that the black is actually a matte liquid shadow, which I was kind of gutted about. I was hoping this was going to be like a black smoky glittery liquid shadow, but the silver and gold are shimmer bombs. They're not called shimmer bombs, shadow bombs. I'm losing my train of thought. The gold one is a shimmer, which is great. So this is what the shade looks like. It doesn't have a name, it's literally just called gold, and it has a little applicator on it like this. So we're going to put this pretty much directly on top, or like at the front of our lid. Okay, moment of truth, please be good. Okay, so that is the shimmer bomb on my lid. Definitely gives it a bit more dimension. I have a feeling it's going to crack though. Can you see there? Like a little bit of a line. No, it's not wanting to stick. I think you just need to be a bit wary of them drying down, because if you don't, they will begin to crease on the lid, but in terms of the colour and the actual look of it, it looks beautiful. I'm gonna leave it there before I go a bit cray-cray, but it does really elevate the look and give it a little bit more dimension. So I think that looks stunning on the lid, and gold was definitely the best choice. Okay, so now for the lower lash line. I feel like I can't use this palette and not use the shade Khaleesi. So I'm gonna use this shade here. It is a gorgeous red tone. For the lower lash line, I just want to add a little bit more depth here on the outer edge. So I'm going to take the shade Curl, this one here. It's very deep, smoky sort of shade. And then for the inner corner and brow bone, I'm going to take the shade Queen, which is this gorgeous gold. Okay, so this is the eye look complete. That gold shimmer in the inner corner goes really well, the shadow bomb, which by the way is very much creasing, which is such a shame because it's such a beautiful shade. But I think it's where I have such naturally creasy eyelids. I also have oily eyelids, so that probably doesn't help either. If you don't have creasy or oily lids, they'll probably look stunning on you. I also did layer it a few times, so that also probably didn't help. I would definitely try using these again though, and maybe just apply one thin layer and see how that applies. Okay, so I'm just gonna go finish off my eyes, and then we can round up with one of these matte bombs. Okay, I'm back. I have finished off my eyes. So other products in this collection were like a brow soap, eyeliner and mascara. I didn't get the brow soap because I don't use brow soap. I didn't get the eyeliner because I have the actual eyeliner, what it already is. It's just the Renaissance Flick liner in the limited edition packaging. So I did actually use this on my eyes right now just so I could show you what my eyes look like with the liner, and I did a little baby wing as well. And then yeah, there is also a mascara in this collection. I have so many mascaras. I try not to buy loads of mascaras because I just have so many, but I did watch Lucy's first review and she tried it and it was absolutely amazing. So maybe when a few of mine run out I might pick it up, but for the time being I have decided to be good. Another side note, there is also a huge like matte palette. It's absolutely massive. Go and watch Lucy's video if you want to see a review on that, because I personally haven't got that. It's £26. I thought, you know, if I'm buying all the little ones, I can't buy the big one as well. So if you do want to see a tutorial on that, check out Lucy's video. But the other thing I did buy in the collection were all 4 of the matte bombs. So firstly we have Arya Stark, which is the more like wearable neutral sort of nude lipstick. Next we have Sansa Stark, which is a more purpley tone, which I thought would pair really nicely with the Winter is Coming palette because that's a blue cool toned one. We've got Cersei Lannister, which is the red, which I'm thinking will go with today's look. And then Daenerys Targaryen is the black. And of course I want to pair these together, but I just feel like the red's going to go really nicely with this palette, and I don't think it will go with the other ones. I think I'll save this for the Free Eye Raven palette. Oh, that smells amazing. Woo! I love that. God, I'm very brave doing this without a lip liner. So this is my finished look using some of the collection. Let me know down below what you think of this collection. I would love to know. I know a lot of people were concerned that this looked extremely similar to the Fire palette, so I hope this video has helped you decide whether you need to pick up this palette or not. And I love this collection. Sorry, I am a die-hard Game of Thrones fan. I absolutely love it. So firstly, obviously, I love the packaging. I've probably mentioned that 5 million times by now, but I love the packaging of the whole collection. It's just amazing. Secondly, the formula of this eyeshadow palette, it's what we know and love Revolution to do. This is a lot better than Clueless, I think. Not better in terms of the mattes, but I think the shimmers, they are a lot better in this palette. They're not that weird putty formula that was in the Clueless palette. This has just a normal, beautiful shimmer formula in it. So I do love the quality of this eyeshadow palette. I also love warm tones. I don't mind having fire and I don't mind having this as well, but I love warm tones over cool tones. So this meant it goes really well with blue eyes as well. So Obsessed with the colour story. It's absolutely beautiful. I love that there's a lot more deeper brown shades in here as opposed to the purpley tones in the Fire palette, and I think it just gives that extra smokiness to it as Fire from the Dragon Wood. Do you know what I mean? I just love this. I love the packaging. I love the names of all the shades, and I'm very happy with this eyeshadow palette. The Shadow Bomb was certainly interesting. I need to try that silver one with the Winter is Coming palette, and I'm going to try just applying a thin layer and seal and see if it still creases or not, because I did apply quite a few layers and I think that is why it's creasing, but it actually doesn't look that bad now. Can you see? Why does that look better than it did earlier? How strange. But I love that it's given the look a little extra pop. The matte bomb, it does feel really nice on my lips. I can't believe I didn't even use a lip liner. This has been drying down for a little while. Not transferring. Oh, that's good, that is. I was actually worried it was going to transfer then, but nothing. And you know what? It still has a little bit of shine and it's not transferring. This could be a good potential long-lasting red lip on a night out. You know how you're always worried you're going to smear your red lipstick everywhere? This could be a very good shout. I think these are £6 each, by the way. They're £5 or £6. I will of course link the entire collection down below. As you may have gathered, I am very happy with this collection. There was only the slight negativity with the Shadow Bomb, but honestly, apart from that, love the palette, love the matte bomb, and I'm going to try and use this again in another video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. Comment down below, let me know what you think of this collection, and if you are a die-hard Game of Thrones fan, also let me know down below, because we can automatically be besties. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.